7-2-3. Despite this early spin, his Brazilian teammate Tony Kanaan was also quick, clocking in the top 10. Session, Austrian rookie Rene Binder had a moment in turns 2 and 3 that 99% of the time ends with a destroyed race car. Remarkably, the driver for Juncos Racing making his IndyCar debut emerged on. Honda got sideways, exiting turn 10 to bring out a red flag.
3-4 cars within a couple of tenths of each other as we have Jordan King in the barrier.
Wow. That brings out a red flag with just 2 minutes remaining in this session, and he put a scoring. Anders, you're looking at the replay.
And that's a very easy thing to do. You're coming out of 11-12. The car is loaded completely to the right-hand side of the car. Then you take the load off it and shift that load to the left-hand side.
Up over the curbs, and Colton Herta is going to take the lead. Further back, Aaron Telitz and Victor Franzoni. A little wheel banging. A couple cars slowed up, and we've got a couple slowed at the very back of the field. That's Franzoni, and it is Telitz. Telitz's car heavily damaged.
Into turn 2, all the way on the outside here of turn 1, then tries diving it in super deep into turn 2 and just drives into the back of Aaron Telitz, turns him around. And what I really, I feel horrible for Aaron Telitz, because that is genuinely none of his doing whatsoever. He got tagged from the back there from Victor Franzoni, and on board here with Victor Franzoni, and you'll see Victor just tries to drives over the curb and then jumps into Aaron Telitz. So yeah, absolutely nothing Aaron Telitz could have done there, and that is heartbreak.
Joel Sebastianelli
Here speaking as we have a yellow and Colton Herta in the wall.
Colton Herta, the American driver running in second, has put that number 98 machine up against the barrier left side.
That early end there, we're getting another view of it. Yeah, just way too wide there, coming off the corner and yeah, into the barrier.
Boy, and Steve Wittich, I mean, this was a point you were just making. We kind of were hoping.
Oh, trouble! Around in turn 2. Will Power. And corners.
Oh.
Hey, that looked like it just happened back.
Oh, yeah.
Rear wing.
And by himself, just trying to get back on the power.
This should tell us.
Yeah. Do they touch? No. I mean, give Will Power credit. He did not want to rub against Robert Wickens. Well, you can see that Charlie was up over the curb, Eddie, so probably just a little problem under braking, as we talked about, because these cars don't have as much grip as they did before, and cold tires.
We got to bring that camera back a little bit to see where that started. Look at Kanaan trying to get back in. There's no room, and he gets spun around.
Well, Zach Veach lost a piece of his front wing, it looked like, in that squeeze.
And we heard Tony.
Oh, trouble laced.
He was having issue.
Yeah, and we were just saying in the break, weren't we, that, you know, when you're a rookie, you get anxious because now you're expecting to do well, and all of a sudden the car's having problems, you're in the pit lane.
Coming off there, that's the exit of 3, and boy, that just didn't
turn. That's a hard hit, hard hit.
Ooh.
Do you think he might touch on the right
He
side?
could have caught it and shot it across the track, absolutely, possibly.
For a pit stop during the caution, and now trouble in turn 1.
That is Dixon.
And Sato.
And Sato.
Yeah, didn't they just visit each other?
And is Dixon stalled? Yes, Dixon stalled. See the LED display behind the driver's head there?
Ooh,
and Sato's missing. So Dixon. Whoa.
He just couldn't slow down.
Yeah, on the paint, and a veteran making that mistake. We also saw earlier in the race with Graham Rahal doing the same.
But let's explain that.
Yeah.
That paint
right
is
there.
like being on ice. You just can't stop. So he thought he was going to slow down. He didn't bump him.
No,
he ran him over.
And you just rarely see a mistake like that.
Oh,
yeah, you see the back ends coming around.
Oh no, there was a
tires down.
Tires gone.
Got no tire.
Yeah.
He was coming back into the pits with a flat right tire, and he got a little bit too quick, and he just lost it. See where he hit the wall right at the end?
Yeah.
Wow.
He actually wasn't going that hard when he hit, luckily.
I'm sure. Caution has just come out here at St. Petersburg for a car into the tire wall in turn 10. It's Rene Binder, the Austrian, in his first IndyCar Series start. He's overshot the next to last corner.
What Alexander Rossi wanted now. As the car comes down to the turn, you can see it was out of our frame for a second. Just looks like he locked up the brakes.
He trying to stay right with Wickens. Here they come as the pace car heads to pit road. Green flag, 2 laps to go.
Rossi's close enough.
Looking, turn 1. He slides, there's contact. Wickens spins. Bourdais goes through. Sebastian Bourdais is leading with Graham Rahal behind him.
Drive off of like, and he didn't do the same style restart previously, so now he looks in his mirror, sees Rossi come on the inside. Perfect line here, but Rossi's already sliding. We talked about less downforce in the car, and just hits the back end of Wickens.
Yeah.
See, he didn't have this run on him last time.
He had no choice. He had to go for that. He had no choice. This is where he starts to slide.
Yeah, fans love it. Listen.
What a great race.
See, he wasn't this close.
This will show us. This will show us. Yeah.
Now, I'll say that the stewards are reviewing the contact between the 6 and 27.
What purpose?
Well, it doesn't do 6 any good.
Who cares? Because Rossi's going to finish in 4th, and they could penalize him deeper into the grid.
But they can't give him back.
They can't give Wickens back the win, no.
Yes.
Wow. Well, this day has had more than I think the word you used on the opening was chaos. I've repeated it several times. We finish in chaos as well after